Okay, so I gave you a task earlier. I told you to go to this website. There is a comic strip right in the middle. There are some buttons. There are 3 buttons in here: previous, random, next. I told you to go to previous, look for an image, and what we want is the link to this image, this URL right here. So there's imgs.xkcd.com/comics/recurringnightmare.png. So what I want is to have this link pasted into a notepad and then repeat the process, right? Click on previous again, look for the image, right? Find the link, take that link, copy, paste that into a notepad. And the notepad should be named img.txt. This is the file that you should be pasting into. And I want you to repeat this process for 5 times. Okay, so this is the code. And some students may have a problem with that if you're using a browser that is not as compatible. But Safari, for example, is known to have this problem. Okay, so if you're using Firefox, if you load in WebDriver Firefox, right, probably won't have an issue with that. Okay, it's pretty compatible. But if you're using Safari, some of the solutions that you see online, some of the solutions that your students, that your fellow mates are sharing with you, they won't work. One of those features is this click, right? So this code is relatively straightforward. It goes into the link. It starts from xkcd.com. It sleeps for 1 second, scrolls down, it scrolls right into the middle of the middle of the page where the comic strip is at. So this is just a scroll. Sleeps for another 3 seconds. Find that link where the ID is equals to comic. Go 1 step into it and then find the image. This essentially works by, if you inspect element on the web page, you see this is the ID equals to comic. This is the HTML tag is div. It has an ID of comic. You want to go into it, not the div itself. You want to find the image, img, right? So you find the image, you get attribute. Now this is the image. It has the title attributes, it has the source attributes, it has the the alternative. You don't care for all of this. You only want the source, right? You want to copy that. You want to paste that into a notepad. And once you get the source, you're gonna write it into your file. So this is our file right up here. Okay, and I told you to name it img.txt. So this is supposedly the file that you should be submitting. And then once you've done that, once you've pasted that file, while it's still in the loop, find the next element, find the previous element. So this is gonna instruct the browser, the Selenium WebDriver, to look for the previous link, right? Search for that. It says search, find element by link tags. So what does that mean? Now, if you pay attention to these link tags here, this is our link here, right? Now, this is our link tags. So all you need to do is to copy this. It says find the element where it's a link, it's a HTML element where the link text is essentially this, right? Find that, and then now this is where things change a little bit, things differ. So for most of the students, for maybe 80% of you guys, you could use previous.click, or that will work, because all you needed to do is to get a WebDriver and to click into that link, and that would essentially navigate to the previous entry. But for those of you who are using a browser like Safari or any other browsers, I hear that some of these solutions don't work for you. It's a known issue. So the alternative is that you can use previous.send keys and then use the return key instead. So you effectively hitting return key, the enter key, the return key, and when you hit the return key, it has the same effect as clicking on it, and it goes to the previous page. So this is a workaround. Okay, it's not an ideal solution, but it will work. And just to test it all out, let's run the code right now. Let's run the code. Give it 1 second. It scrolls down. Give it 3 seconds. And just so we know that this is all saving to our file, let's open up this file right now. This is empty right now, right? So let's just give it another 3 seconds. Let it do its work. And because I set a max value of 5, now all of the 5 links are pasted in here, right? So it's effectively doing that. It goes into xkcd.com. It finds the image. It scrolls down a little bit. Wait for 3 seconds. Click on the previous link. Right? Do the same thing, come down, search for that link, retrieve that, paste that into our text, wait for 3 seconds, click on previous, and it repeats that for a total of 5 times. And that's a workaround for those of you who didn't manage to get this click function to work.